Hello， 大家好 ，Welcome to 双语成语 Bilingual Chinese Idiom. I'm 徐老师
And I'm Lucy. Okay, so 老师, what 成语 are we going to look at today?
Today we are going to talk about 盲人摸象.
象 as in 大象.
Correct. Do you like elephants?
Oh, I absolutely love elephants. I always associate them with peace and calmness. Like, for example, in Hindu culture, they are always seen as a sacred symbol that represent loyalty, power, and wisdom. There is a type of tattoo that people draw on their hands called mendi or henna that people have in India and Pakistan, and it's common for them to draw elephants within these patterns due to their religious and symbolic meaning. I know there are a lot of elephants in Southeast Asia like Thailand and India, but I always associated China with pandas, not necessarily elephants.
It's true, but do you know elephants used to roam around North China several thousand years ago, but then became extinct due to dramatic climate change in the north? It's not surprising that elephants, or xiang, play a very important role in Chinese culture. They are often associated with peace and are auspicious symbols of good fortune and prosperity. And we know there are a lot of homophones in Chinese. The homophones for 象 is 祥, like a 吉祥, lucky.
Oh, so like as in 吉祥如意, a popular way to wish people luck for the new year. I see this phrase a lot in Chinese restaurants.
Now you see why elephants are loved in Chinese culture, because they are bringers of good luck.
Oh, I see. So in that case, this story must be about how elephants bring good luck to the people, right?
Good guess, but not even close. Should we learn how to pronounce the idiom first?
I think that would be a good idea.
So in 盲人摸象, 盲人 is a blind man. 盲人,
so that's 盲人.
Good pronunciation. And 摸 is to touch or to feel with your hand. And 象 is an elephant. So together, 摸象 is to touch the elephant. 摸象.
Okay, so together that's 摸象. So, and then all together, that's 盲人摸象.
Well done. So together is blind man touch the elephant. We have mentioned that most of the Chinese idioms originate from Chinese classics or historical events, but this is the exception.
Exception? What makes this one so different?
Well, because this story derives from a Buddhist scripture called Nirvana Sutra, written in India. This is a very good case to show how Buddhism, which was originally adopted from India and Central Asia during the Han Dynasty, has become integrated into Chinese culture and language. In the story, Buddha tells his disciples a tale about a king who gathered a group of blind men to touch an elephant and ask them, "What does an elephant look like?"
What's the point in that though? Elephants are enormous and a blind man can't see it visually, so what's the purpose of asking them to do so?
We all know blind men's comprehension of elephants is indeed limited by their vision, but you cannot deny what they say is true or partially true. If we apply the idea in daily life, I'm sure we are surrounded by people who like to tell us their version of the truth based on their partial understanding.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I guess that's true. Now I'm a bit curious as to how the blind man actually views the elephant.
Are you ready for the story?
I am indeed. Let's go.
盲人摸象.
The blind man and the elephant.
古代印度有一个国王，很喜欢佛法。
There was a king in ancient India who was very fond of Buddhism.
为了让更多人认识佛法，他想到一个好办法。
In order to get more people to know about Buddhism, he thought of an excellent idea.
他让一群盲人摸大象，然后问他们，你们觉得大象像什么？
He asked a group of blind men to feel an elephant and then asked them, "So what do you all think the elephant looks like?"
摸到象牙的人说，象长得跟萝卜一样。
The man who felt the tusks of the elephant said, "The elephant looks like a daikon radish."
摸到象耳朵的人说，象长得跟本鸡一样。
The man who felt the ears of the elephant said, "The elephant looks like a dustpan."
摸到象头的人说，象长得跟石头一样。
The man who felt the head of the elephant said, "The elephant looks like a rock."
摸到象鼻的人说，象长得跟厨一样。
The man who felt the trunk of the elephant said, the elephant looks like a pestle.
摸到脚的人说，象长得跟木质的臼一样。
The man who felt the foot of the elephant said, the elephant looks like a wooden mortar.
摸到背的人说，象长得跟张床一样。
The man who felt the back of the elephant said, the elephant looks like a bed.
因为每个人摸的部位不同，看法也不一样。
Due to the fact that all of the men felt a different part, they each had a different view.
国王告诉大家，象在这里指佛性，盲人是指众生。
The king told everyone, here, the elephant refers to Buddhist nature, and the blind men are a reference to all living creatures.
众生就像摸象的盲人一样，只看到了佛性的一部分。
Living creatures are like blind men touching the elephant. They can only see a part of Buddhist nature.
他们就认为自己是对的，别人是错的，这样反而丧失认识佛性的能力。
They each believe that only they are right, and that everyone else is wrong, meaning they lose their ability to understand Buddhist nature. Okay guys, so that's the end of the story for today.
So, Lucy, do you see now how the story of 盲人摸象 refers to the act of making sweeping generalization based on limited or biased information rather than considering the full scope of the situation?
I think the moral of the story is really relatable to many people in modern society. I've come across my fair share of people who make sweeping assumptions just based on very limited information in many different contexts, whether it be when talking about religion and culture, or even in a subject like sociology. So 老师, how can we use 盲人摸象 in context?
Well, this idiom can be used to describe a situation where people have a limited understanding of a complex matter and try to feel their way through the matter. For example, a company has just introduced a very complicated policy, but no one actually knows the policy well. So each of the employees interprets it in their own way. We can say, 大家都在盲人摸象，没有人真正了解。
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so now that you mention it, I feel that there's some similarity between 盲人摸象 and 井底之蛙.
That's a very good connection. They do share some similarities. 井底之蛙 refers to someone who does not know anything or has very limited knowledge of something. To some extent, you can say people who 盲人摸象 are more proactive. They reach out and try to understand something, but get stuck in their own limited understanding and feel clueless. Lucy, is there any English idiom similar to 盲人摸象?
So this one actually might be translated in a few different ways. In a positive context, someone who is 盲人摸象 will be aware that they don't know much about a situation, but they'll try their best to develop their understanding of something. In this case, we would say that a person is just trying to muddle through or to get the feel of something. In a negative sense, however, someone who is 盲人摸象, they can be ignorant to their lack of knowledge or understanding within a situation. In this case, we can say that they are quick to make a fleeting judgment or are jumping to conclusions. So this is like 盲人摸象, right?
Exactly. These are very good examples to explain 盲人摸象.
I think when I first came across Chinese idioms, I felt exactly like 盲人摸象.
I'm sure many people feel the same, but we hope this series about Chinese idioms can help everyone see the bigger picture of Chinese idioms. So next time when you see a Chinese idiom, you won't just look at the literal meaning and fall into the trap of 盲人摸象.
I couldn't have said it better myself, 老师.
谢谢大家.
Right, before you guys go anywhere, we'd love you, our beloved audience, to know that we'd love to hear from you too. Whether you have a burning question you'd like to ask about Chengyu or translation, or even if you'd like to have a go at translating our Chengyu yourself, who knows, perhaps you even have a better one than us. If so, please leave us a comment down below to let us know. Well, that's it from us, and thank you so much for staying with us until now. Thank you everyone for listening. See you next time.